ASMR video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about my fitness goals, my fitness journey, a mix of diet and lifting and activities, things like that. I wouldn't consider myself like an insanely active person, but I don't know. Yeah, we're going to be just going through the history of it, where I'm at now, etc., etc. I'm going to be trying to give you guys some advice along the way, some tips that I've learned, and of course, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to comment about some tips that you have for me below. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's about it. Hope you guys are enjoying 2025 so far. Anyways, so from when I was super young, I was always playing team sports, things like that. I played soccer or football, wherever you're from. I played basketball. I played baseball. I think at some point I played tennis. I did running, like sprint running. I did discus, javelin, relay, like sprint relay. I even did some long distance at some point. So I've done quite a bit of sports. I'm sure there's some others in there that I can't think of at the moment. But I've always been quite an active person, and I think I've built there's like a part of me that, like, when I'm doing something active, I feel really good, and it like energizes me. And if I've like done something active during the day, I find it like very satisfying. Like if I haven't been outside all day and I haven't done anything active, like it doesn't eat away at me, but like after, if I did that for a couple of days, I would start to get a little agitated. So yeah, lots of team sports. Once I got to high school, once I got to uni, didn't really have a lot of time for that. But I was still playing tennis here and there, football here and there, or soccer here and there. And then I started getting into the gym. I actually started getting into the lifting when I was like 16. My family, or I think like my dad had some old weights that I started lifting when I was 16. You know, just like the classic, like in your bedroom, no one knows. Like you just want to like try it out and see what's happening. So I'd lift. I'd do a little bit of like calisthenic work because I wasn't like skinny as a stick, but I was so lean that like any little exercise I did, my muscles like popping would look like, yeah, just good because I was so lean. Yeah, pretty much no fat on my body at that point. So yeah, I like started doing that when I was like 16, 17, 18. And then once I got to uni, I started actually going to like our uni gym. So I started actually using machines, different, like a wide variety of free weights, having like benches readily available, things like that. And I was still really lean at that point. I could pretty much eat whatever I wanted, and sort of up till that, I didn't really mention that part, but when I was younger, I would, I could eat what I wanted, but like my family, like we always never like went out to eat really unless it was a special occasion. Always home cooked meals with some sort of meat, some sort of veggie, and some sort of like carb. So like I don't know what's a good example, but like a chicken breast with like broccoli and like some pasta or some rice or something like that. And then sometimes beef, sometimes green beans, sometimes, rice, stuff like that. So a very like well-balanced diet. But obviously I would, not be afraid of going out with my friends and like going to like 7-Eleven or something, and like, yeah, eating some snacks that I'm sure like my mom or my dad would not be too happy that I was eating, but you know, that's what happens when you're a kid. Um, so yeah, that, I, I was, you know, like I could pretty much eat what I wanted, and I was still so lean, and that's probably until I was about like 20, probably about 20. So yeah, then after uni, I'm still going to the gym. I pretty much would go like every day after work. Um, Honestly, no, maybe I could have eaten what I wanted until I was about 22. So when I'm 22, I think COVID hits. And then in lockdown, I'm like trying to just do home workouts as much as possible. I'm sure like any of you gym goers, COVID was like the worst possible thing because yeah, I mean all like a lot of the gyms shut for a little bit, so I was just aching to do some workouts. So I started to do a lot of ab workouts because I was just sitting on my ass all day, and I tore a muscle in my lower abdomen. I got a hernia, an inguinal hernia, I think they're called. Um, and of course, that was at the time when all of like the hospitals and stuff were absolutely, you know, it was a shit show. With just obviously COVID happening. So I had to wait. I don't remember how long it was. I want to say it was almost a year to get that surgery. Now, an inguinal hernia, for you guys who don't know, it's not like something that's like painful on like daily. I would notice the pain, obviously, whenever like heavily using my abs. So like I couldn't be like doing sit-ups and stuff like that. I couldn't be like working out with abs. And then I would notice it after like standing for like probably about like 45 minutes or so. Like if I was walking around for a while, I would start to feel it like almost in my back and in my lower abdomen, just like straight through. And yeah, hernia, like it makes you have like a lump where it is. So, yeah, it's just unpleasant. It's not like hyper painful. It's just very uncomfortable to live with. It's something you don't have to have surgery on, but yeah, I was like, I'm definitely getting surgery on this. So in December of 2022, I think, somewhere in there, I want to say it was somewhere like that, had my surgery, went well. Yeah, I was on some like insane painkillers and stuff, so I felt like absolute shit for about a week or so, and then full recovery back to like being able to do stuff was probably like 8 weeks. Obviously, like after 4, they encourage you to start like, you know, moving, not like anything crazy, but just like moving and building up some strength. So, yeah, and obviously during that time and during that year where I had the hernia, I wasn't changing my diet or anything. I was kind of just living life. I'm sure putting on some weight. So, in fact, yeah, I'm sure that's where I started to put on some weight and some fat, more importantly. So yeah, get the hernia fixed. Then I started gymming again for about a year, and the first thing I noticed getting back into the gym is that I'm able to put on muscle like very easily, like a lot more easily than I was able when I was like 20, 21. But I'm also able to put on fat a lot easier. So, I don't know. It hadn't really clicked in my brain that like, yeah, like I should probably be like, you know, balancing some diet in here. And then I start playing soccer / football again, start playing a bit of tennis again, trying to get more active. And now we're pretty much here in 2025, which sounds crazy to say. So now going forward, I'm not trying to change my physical routine as much. I am trying to do more like a little bit more cardio, a little bit less weightlifting, because I do feel like I'm at like a level of muscle where I'm like pretty happy. I'd say like for my ideal physique that I want, I'm like the work that needs to be done to get there is probably like 25% gain muscle and 75% lose fat. So I'm trying to, do a little bit more cardio. And at the moment, which is probably the biggest change, is actually changing my diet, which honestly I never thought I would do. I just, I just want to eat chips and candy and just chocolate and all of that. And obviously you can eat those things, but at the moment I've just been trying to eat more healthy. It's been going on for like 2 weeks now. I'm not like tracking any calories like exactly, but I am like looking at how many calories are in things. Just trying to, even when I get like the other day I bought some Fiber One little brownie things, and in each brownie there's like 90 calories. So there's things I'm trying to buy like that are like, that will satisfy the craving, because like if someone puts like 4 brownies in front of me right now, I'll just eat all 4 of them. So yeah, it's about self-control, discipline, obviously all of that, and then obviously I'm still exercising. One thing as well is I've been trying to like only eat when I'm hungry, and that sounds like simple and everything, but for me, I think like I'm a really like habitual person. I really like habits and routine. So yeah, for me, I like, it's 1 p.m. I'm gonna eat, it's 7 p.m. I'm gonna eat. Whereas now I'm kind of thinking like, okay, like I can feel myself building up some hunger, but that's okay. Like I can eat in like 30 minutes, an hour, or something like that, and I'll be fine. Let me think about what I want to eat. Let me make a smarter decision than just like going out and getting something. And I think like most people that are like heavy into diets and fitness say diets are like extremely easy during the day. Like it's easy for me to like go out and like buy something during the day and make like a smart decision, but the hardest part is at night. Not like at 1 a.m. because I'm sleeping, but like at night, like once the sun goes down and you're having like dinner, or it's like 9 p.m. and you're like, oh, I want just a snack so bad. That's the hardest part. So I've been trying to replace that with those like little Fiber One 90 calorie brownies, or like a banana or an apple, things like that. So yeah, the goal is to simultaneously eat more healthy and to be in a calorie deficit, which I'm like sort of judging by. It's like I'm not gonna do the exact calorie tracking because I'm not on that aggressive of a cut or anything like that. It's more just to do some very moderate fat loss right now, or just like be in a calorie deficit and go from there. I think like once I start getting more into it and building those habits, then I'll be able to track a bit more. But at the moment, it's more about building the healthy habits. So yeah, obviously I still do absolutely crave, just something that's not healthy, but anytime I do eat something that's not healthy, I make sure like I've earned it, like I've worked my ass off in the gym, or had like a really long, training session or something like that. Then I'm at least like I've earned it. Obviously, it's not good for the gains, but sometimes in life, nobody's perfect, so it is what it is. So yeah, if you guys have any tips for the whole, calorie deficit, fat loss, things like that, let me know. I'm obviously still trying, sleep well, recover well, drink lots of water. I already do those things. I was thinking about taking creatine as well. It's really good for, I think, muscle recovery and things like that. Just building muscle in general, which I don't have too much of an issue with, but more like muscle recovery. It's after those, like, games of soccer, football, and all of that, where my body is like, ouch. And that's sort of the reason why I don't run, because for cardio, I'm doing mainly like incline walk right now. I can't really run because after those football training sessions or soccer training sessions, my legs are dead, like, in terms of being able to run. Walking is fine, obviously, but yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I feel like maybe every like 2 months or 3 months I'll do a little update. And I know that obviously at the moment I'm not gonna get any results. I was training in the gym for like 2 years when I was like 18 to 20 and like not even seeing that many results, so I know the grind. But this is different, like being, like, just not being able to eat what I want is like, oh, it's a challenge, But we're moving. And yeah, I think that's about it. Obviously, if you guys have any comments to say about advice, motivation, etc., do let me know. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, and obviously, don't forget to subscribe and watch some future videos. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.